Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are once again commanding the spotlight. But this time, it's not because of rekindled romance or drama, it's because of mutual respect, goodwill, and professional admiration. 9 months after finalizing their divorce, the former couple reunited at the New York City premiere of Kiss of the Spiderwoman, where they radiated poise, confidence, and warmth.
The principal goal was to empower great artists and tell moving stories and create opportunities for these kinds of great stories to be told, and work with the best directors in the world and the best actors and the best material. And in this movie, we did all of that. It's an honor to be here. This movie is exquisite. Jennifer, you're incredible. Bill, amazing job. Tona, you're phenomenal. Welcome to a lifelong stardom. Enjoy it.
The October 6th event quickly became one of the most talked about appearances of the season, not because of controversy, but because of the remarkable grace with which the pair handled their reunion. Smiles, friendly gestures, and supportive words reminded everyone that endings do not have to be bitter. Instead, they can evolve into a celebration of growth, artistry, and enduring respect. The evening began with flashes of cameras and the hum of anticipation as Jennifer Lopez made her entrance. Always one to make a fashion statement, she dazzled in a green off-the-shoulder floral gown that captured both glamour and symbolism. The intricate structure of the dress, designed with web-like detailing, subtly referenced the title of the film while showcasing her signature ability to fuse high fashion with narrative meaning. Her soft waves framed her face elegantly, while a minimal makeup look allowed her natural radiance to shine. Lopez has long been known for her ability to command attention on the red carpet, but on this particular evening, her presence carried an extra layer of significance, confidence tempered by wisdom and beauty grounded in maturity. She was radiant, yes, but also composed, exuding the quiet assurance of a woman who knows exactly who she is. Moments later, Ben Affleck arrived with his trademark understated style. Dressed in a navy suit and tieless white button-down shirt, he cut a figure of simplicity and class. His look contrasted beautifully with Lopez's bold elegance, creating an unspoken balance between them, her vibrance and his restraint. When the two finally came face to face on the red carpet, the crowd seemed to collectively hold its breath. Then, in a moment that quickly lit up social media, Affleck gently wrapped his arm around Lopez's waist, resting his hand on her hip, while she placed a hand on his back. The gesture was natural, unforced, and full of ease. It spoke not of rekindled romance, but of mutual familiarity and respect, an acknowledgement of shared history without any hint of regret. In that small exchange, Lopez and Affleck reminded the world that two people can share a past without being trapped by it. Footage later released by E! News showed the pair laughing and talking quietly amid the chaos of the red carpet. They leaned in close, smiling in a way that felt genuine rather than performative. The warmth between them was palpable, even amidst the shouting of photographers and the glare of lights. For longtime fans, it was a striking image. The once iconic couple, now simply two successful individuals, finding comfort in the same space again. They didn't need to make grand statements or pose dramatically. Their civility and grace said enough. It was a rare sight in Hollywood, where breakups often lead to cold avoidance or staged friendliness. Here, there was no trace of bitterness, only respect and the quiet power of forgiveness. Inside the theater, the evening transitioned from spectacle to substance. Affleck, who served as an executive producer on Kiss of the Spiderwoman, addressed the audience before the screening. His words were thoughtful and full of admiration, particularly for Lopez's performance. "This movie is exquisite. Jennifer, you're incredible," he said, earning applause from attendees. His statement was short, but carried weight. It was not just a producer praising his film's star, but an acknowledgement from someone who had witnessed her dedication up close. Lopez, visibly moved, smiled graciously, her expression one of gratitude rather than nostalgia. In that moment, it was clear that whatever personal challenges they had faced, their artistic bond remained unbroken. Earlier in the day, Lopez had reciprocated that admiration during an interview on Today. Speaking candidly, she praised Affleck's contributions behind the scenes, noting that without him, the movie might never have come to fruition. "If it wasn't for Ben, the movie wouldn't have gotten made, and I will always give him that credit," she said. Her tone was honest and direct, devoid of flattery, just genuine acknowledgement of effort and partnership. Later, when asked about working on the film amid personal turmoil, Lopez admitted that she had filed for divorce during production. But instead of dwelling on the pain, she reflected on resilience. Things happen. You have to keep going. Those 5 words encapsulated not just her approach to work, but to life itself. They revealed a woman who has learned to keep moving forward, even when the path becomes difficult. To fully understand the weight of this reunion, it's important to look back at their shared story. Lopez and Affleck first met in 2001 while filming Giggly, and their chemistry was immediate. By 2002, they were engaged, and Bennifer became one of the most talked-about couples in the world. However, the intense media scrutiny that followed ultimately drove them apart. They called off their engagement in 2003, and their breakup in 2004 marked one of Hollywood's most publicized separations. Nearly 2 decades later, in 2021, the universe seemed to bring them back together. Their rekindled romance fascinated fans and symbolized the magic of second chances. When they married in 2022, first in Las Vegas, then with a grand ceremony in Georgia, it felt like a full-circle fairy tale. But life, as Lopez herself said, happens. By early 2025, reports confirmed their separation, and the divorce was finalized 9 months ago. Yet, what makes this story remarkable is not the breakup itself, but how they've handled it. Instead of bitterness or avoidance, Lopez and Affleck have chosen mutual respect. Their reunion at the Kiss of the Spiderwoman premiere wasn't an attempt to rekindle romance or stir publicity. It was a celebration of their shared commitment to art and professionalism. In an era when celebrity relationships often dissolve into public feuds, their quiet, dignified interaction served as a refreshing reminder that maturity is its own kind of love story. They may no longer be a couple, but they remain collaborators, supporters, and perhaps most importantly, friends. As the night drew to a close, it was evident that their brief reunion carried more meaning than spectacle. On the surface, it was just a film premiere, but beneath it lay a deeper narrative about evolution and acceptance. Lopez and Affleck have grown, individually and together. They've learned that relationships don't always have to end in estrangement. Sometimes they can transform into something new, something grounded in mutual appreciation. Their shared glances, their laughter, and their simple gestures spoke louder than any statement ever could.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer, this look is unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about it. Tell me how you feel in it.
Reed, amazing designer. So excited. I don't know who else could have worn this and to what premiere, but this was perfect for this. So.
It is so fabulous.
Thank you.
John's reaction to Bill's reaction.
Yes. Bill was like, ah. It was great.
It's fabulous. Oh my gosh, this is a family affair. Your kids came to support you.
I'm very excited.
Your mama came.
My mom is here. My sisters are here.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. It is a really important movie, for us, for Latinos. And for the first time, they did Kiss of the Spiderwoman with a whole Latino cast, and as it was intended to be. So we're very excited about that.
As a Latina, I am very, very excited. I am on the train.
But the thing is, it's a universal story, right? It's not specific to anything. It's really about people seeing the humanity in each other and love. And I think the world really needs that in this moment.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
Love, when stripped of ego and expectation, can continue to exist, redefined but real. When the lights dimmed and the film began, the focus returned to the work itself, which, in many ways, symbolized the resilience of its stars. Kiss of the Spiderwoman, a story of transformation and identity, mirrored Lopez's own journey as an artist and woman. And for Affleck, whose career has spanned acting, directing, and producing, it was another chapter in his evolution as a storyteller.
So excited. How therapeutic was this project for you? When you were evolving so much personally, were you able to kind of throw yourself into your art?
This movie is about how kind of a love letter to cinema and how it kind of saves us, how art saves us, music, art saves us. And the truth is, doing the movie, I had so much joy doing that. It helps you get through difficult times. And it was just such a pleasure, and I'm so excited for people to see it. I really am.
You can see the passion in your performance. You can see that you've put your whole heart and soul into it. I know you mentioned one of your kids is a big musical theater kid.
Yes.
So what did they think of your performance?
They loved it.
Oh my God.
You're here. Yes, I'll get in the picture right now. They are a big musical theater kid, and so they are excited. They invited their friend here tonight.
Yeah.
So we're all here. We're going to have a big family night.
Yeah, of course. Ben also just asked for a photo.
Together, even in separation, they They have created something enduring. As they exited the theater that night, cameras once again followed them, but their composure never wavered. They walked separately but with the same sense of ease that had defined the evening. For all the speculation and nostalgia that surrounded their appearance, what lingered was a simple truth. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have found peace, not just with each other, but within themselves. Their story, once defined by passion and turbulence, has settled into something steadier, more reflective, and far more profound. As Lopez so aptly put it, things happen. You have to keep going. And that is exactly what they have done. Gracefully, courageously, and together, even as they move forward apart.